Hello everyone, this is Mark Leibovit from VRTrader.com, and this is a Monday, September 22nd update here on Metastock, looking at a few situations and focusing on the Leibovit sequential indicator. As you know, we do have two others, the directional and the 2-day, but I tend to focus more on the sequential because it presents all the VRs. Yahoo has been a big winner here in recent weeks, tied to the Alibaba offering, which came on Friday, as you know. We took a trade here. For those who are following VR Trader, we had a buy at 39 3/4, which is just above this little gap here from a couple weeks ago, but we took a 1-point trade during the day. But look at the 533 stochastic, it's been diverging negatively, so I would not be looking to get back into Yahoo for now, and we're going to keep an eye on it. If anything, I think it should trend a bit lower. Looking at other situations here, let's take a look at let's see here, Aapl. Aapl, I'm inclined to get short. All the good news is out. They're waiting in lines to buy the Aapl 6. Meanwhile, Leibovit negative VR was posted on Friday. We had a prior one coming off the big high, which is 103.74. So as a trader, you would keep a stop either at Thursday's high at 102.35, or you keep a stop at the big high from September 2nd at 103.74. 533 stochastic is starting to turn down. All the good news is out, and this is telling me this is a negative pattern, maybe just a bit of a trade down to the 50-day moving average, which is around 98. But if that comes out, there's significant downside in Aapl. Looking at, let's look at, let's see here, we had quite a few here to choose from, and let's put up IEF. This is a long recommendation for us on Friday at VR Trader. As you may recall, the IEF is the 7 to 10 year iShare ETF. So it's a bond related play. We have some pretty good correlation with the bonds and the Leibovit VRs, so I tend to want to take trades here. We had a positive VR on Friday, a rising 533 stochastic. You're not going to get rich on this, but if we're lucky, we get a trade up to the 50-day moving average, which is about the, let's see here, it's about 103.81. So if we're long, you keep a stop under Thursday's low, which is 102.45, and just reflecting back here, you can see some pretty good correlation with the VRs. So this is one of my favorites. We're going to look at the ProShare ETF. This is for the mid cap. We're going to go along this. It's been in an uptrend for a while, and we'll take a look at this in just a second. So despite the move in the S&P and the Dow to new highs, the mid-cap's been rising here in the last couple of weeks. A nice strong move on Friday to the upside. We had Leibovit positive VR 4 days prior. So this is, of course, an inverse ETF. It's playing for a move higher in the MYY, but a decline in the mid-cap and presumably the overall market. But the overall market's been manipulated with the Dow and the S&P. But I question the Dow here, frankly, because with the strong dollar, U.S. dollar, international earnings could come under pressure here in the weeks and months ahead, and that could reflect in a lower Dow. Meanwhile, we're going to look at RWM. That's for the Russell. Similar pattern there. No, we don't want to replace anything. We want to put a template up. So this is a similar pattern as we just showed you in the mid cap. Russell's been rallying here recently, despite the inverse. Russell has been rallying recently here, despite the strength in the Dow and the S&P. Strong move to the upside Friday. Overall uptrend in the 533 stochastic. So I think you're going to see a decline in the further decline in the Russell and the mid cap. So we covered quite a bit of territory here for you. Hope you appreciate that. Subscribe to vrtrader.com for some specific trades, and of course sign up if you haven't done so already here at Metastock for the Leibovit series of indicators, the sequential, directional, and 2-day. We'll get back to you in a few days. We are on the road for a couple days. Thanks for checking in.